Okay. The other problem is the presentation. Now, our notes payable was dated on July 1, 2021. So, yung kanyang unang reporting date na maabutan siya ay December 31, 2021. Since ito ay 1 year lang or 12 months, meaning to say, maabutan lang siya sa December 31, 2021. Tanong is, ano ang kanyang presentation? Ang kanyang presentation is at 1 million, tapos yung discount niya, then mayroong na-amortize sa discount na 60. Therefore, 60 na lang yung natira. Ang kanyang carrying amount at the end ay 940. So ito yung ano natin, i-carry or ipipresent doon sa December 31, 20extend as current. Okay, current ito na notes payable. Ito yung mga notes. Okay. Una, basahin natin na isa-isa para matanda natin. ABC is referred to as the maker. Siya yung maker, siya yung issuer. Discount is contra liability. Dinideduct yan every time na mayroong presentation sa statement of financial position. Theoretically, all liabilities should be measured at present value. Theoretically ha, except again, kung immaterial yung kanyang financing component. Ang ibig sabihin ng financing component dito is yung kanyang interest. Okay, of that. Makikita natin kung dito, if we are considering this as immaterial, then yon at face value yung kanyang pagka-present. Okay. Discounting is prohibited by the standard prohibits, or the transaction is made in the usual customary terms. And kung ganun yung kung mayroong mga ganyan, then that's the time that we are going to use that face value kung hindi siya customary usually. So ito lang yung exception to that rule na it should be measured at present value. If the effect of the discounting is not the material, short-term note is nonetheless measured at present value. Okay, again ha, kung hindi siya deemed na immaterial, ibig sabihin material siya, kailangan mo talaga siyang i-value at their present value. Yung judgment ng materiality, sinong pwedeng makapagsabi niyan? It's only the management. Ayan, management of the reporting entity. Standard do not require short-term notes to be measured at face, nor prohibit their discounting. Okay, kumbaga ito yung allowed. Traditionally talaga, ito yung ginagawa. Okay? Wala itong, hindi naman ito pinagbawal sa standards yung i-deduct mo yung discounting against the note. Okay? Wala din siyang nire-require. So therefore, the standard is silent. So it is allowed in our practice. Okay, case 2. Ito naman ay installment. Ang effect ng discounting is immaterial pa rin. Okay, now how do we deal with this? Analysis, the note is measured at face. However, because the note is due on installments, the 120 advance interest is allocated over the installment period. So, simple lang ganun kung ganun yung pagkakaano niya. Installment yung pagbayad. Okay, ano naman yung sinabi dito? Installment daw siya starting September 30, 20x1. In other words, every 3 months yung pagbayad. So, hati-hatiin. 200. So, in a year, 4 times siya nabayaran, 250 each payment. Simula tayo dito. Ganon pa rin yung entry. Mayroong discount nilalagay dyan. Then, on September 30, babayaran yung 250. At the same time, meron siyang cash. On that date, sa installment payment, you need also to make an amortization on that discount. So, ito yung ginagawa. Pagdating sa December 31, mayroon na namang babayaran. Ganyan. Then, another, in here, December 31 is, bakit siya 36? Okay, kasi ganito yung ang gagamitin dito na paraan on the allocation is outstanding balance method. Yung interest, yung pag-compute ng interest ay base sa kung ano yung balance ng promissory note. Halimbawa, and also the time value, the time factor also. So halimbawa ito, Bakit 48 yung ating interest expense dito? So multiply yung ano, kung ano yung balance 1 million, 1M, yun yung balanse, times 12%, or yung ano natin, yung 120, yung interest natin nakabuuan in a year. Tapos i-multiply mo lang siya sa 3/12. Or dito, ang ginagawa na lang dito is, sorry, 1 over, sorry, kasi ano pala ito, outstanding balance. I-multiply siya sa 1 million, ito yun ha, ito yun, over, ito yung total, 2,500,000. Kaya nilalagay dyan is 2.5. Tinanggal na lang nila yung 00. Okay, on the December, ngayon ang natira na lang after the payment on the first payment on September 30 is 750 na lang. So ito naman yun yung gagamitin at the same total interest. Okay? Yung total interest on that second one, i-multiply mo siya sa doon sa 750. The 750 is the outstanding balance over yung 2,500,000. Okay. Kaya ang lumalabas is 36,000. So dito is 48. Then so on and so forth. Yun yung outstanding balance method pag installment. Okay? Ganyan yung pagko-compute. Okay? So the fractions are allocated or derived from outstanding balances. Now let's move. So paano na naman yung presentation? Ganun pa rin. Pagdating sa December 31 sa kanyang cut-off, ang natira na lang dyan na balanse ng notes is 500,000. Yung sa discount is, ang natira na lang is 36,000. How do you know that? Na yun lang yung natira. So, mag-umpisa tayo sa 120. Unang binawas is 48. Then, next is 36. Okay, yun lang. Okay, ilagay natin yung dito, yung computation calculator. 120 minus 48 minus 36. Okay, yun. 36 ang natira dito. Okay, so that's it. That's why 36 is the amount presented in here as the remaining discount on notes payable. Now let's have another illustration. Illustration 2. Long-term note with reasonable interest, simple interest. Okay. Reasonable interest, meaning to say that we don't have to complicate the problem. The valuation of this, the initial valuation is at face. Okay? Kasi reasonable. Tandaan natin yung sinabi ko kanina. Okay. October 1, 20X1 ABC issued 2-year 12%, 1 million. Okay? The note payable, 2-year is in exchange for the piece of land. The principal is due on October 31, 20X3. So that's the third year. But the interest is due annually. Babayaran yung interest annually. That is based on the balance of this promissory note. However, the promissory note will due at the end of 2 years. So, meaning to say, hindi siya babayaran installment. Yung interest lang. So, what will happen in this case? Punta tayo ngayon sa analysis. Type of payable. Of course, long-term, right? With reasonable interest. 12%. That's the nominal or stated interest. No additional information given ang nakalagay dito. So that's why we assume that the current rate assumed to be equal to the current rate. Kung ano yung nominal rate na nakalagay dyan. Okay, yun lang yung natin. So as I said earlier, pag silent, which always assume that our interest rate is at reasonable. Okay, unless pag sinabi na reasonable. Initial measurement at phase. The subsequent measurement phase, then, or the expected amount. But anyway, that's at phase, still at phase. Type of interest, simple interest. Simple interest meaning to say that just reuse this interest rate, multiply to the face value, then you have to consider the time factor, kung how long it is running. Okay, umpisa tayo dito. Nag-acquire ng land, walang sinabi kung magkano yung cash price ng land. Kasi pag sinabi na mayroong cash price ng land, then we have to follow the cash price of the land. Therefore, in here, walang cash price ang land. We are going to follow kung ano yung face value ng notes. This would be our fair value. Okay. Ang fair value now would be our, that is coming from the face value. Next, there's an interest. Kanina sinabi ang interest is payable siya annually. Pero dito, hindi pa nag 1 year, naabutan na siya ng reporting date. Well, it is natural na kailangan mo talagang mag-recognize ng interest in a simple way of computation. Like this one, 1 million times 12%, 10 times 3 over 12. Why 3 over 12? October to December, that is 3 months. That 12% is good for 12 months. So that's how it is. Bakit ganon yung formula? To continue on, after the reporting date, on October 1, 20x2, nagkaroon na ngayon ng first payment of the interest. Tandaan natin na nagkaroon na tayo ng accrual at first of the interest payable, which is 30,000. So ito yon. Yan yung nangyari dyan. Ang binayaran na interest has a total of 120,000. Paano yun kinompute? Yun lang, 1 million times 12%. That is the total for the year. Now, what about this 90,000? 90,000 is from January 1, 20x2 up to October 1, 20x2. That is 9 months, a total of 9 months. Therefore, ganito yung formula, 1 million times 12% times 9 over 12. Okay? So, yun yung nangyari sa October 1, 20x2. Then, naabutan na naman again ng reporting period. Okay, December 31, 20x2. Same formula, 30,000 pa rin yung computation, the same as before. At this time, we're not using outstanding. Why? Because the principal balance of our notes payable is not decreasing. Hindi naman bumababa. Bakit? Kasi ang payment niya is isang bagsakan na mangyayari at the end of the maturity date. Or what I mean at the maturity date. Or at the end of the life of the promissory note. Pagdating naman sa October 1, 20x3, it's the same case or the same way dito. Ganun pa rin yung entry. Walang pagbabago. Then, on October 1, that is the last day to pay, the maturity date, therefore, the 1 million has to be paid fully. So, ito yung nangyari, credit, cash, debit, 1 million. That is for illustration number 3. Illustration number 2. We are having short-term already, illustration short-term notes payable and the long-term notes payable, and also with installment of a short-term notes payable. And also we have the long-term notes payable. However, the interest is reasonable. And also the interest computation is simple or simple interest rate. So next video, we are going to discuss about on the illustration with reasonable interest pa rin, pero compounded interest yung ginagamit. Medyo complicated siya.